Welcome again. Today we are talking about the simple strategy to turn yoga into full-time income. How do you do this? Super excited you're asked. Super excited that you're here. Let me ask you this in return. Have you ever wondered, can I make a full-time income out of yoga? Is it possible? Maybe you've been teaching in studios, like I said, going to multiple different studios, subbing at multiple different classes. Maybe you're posting on social media, trying to get some type of traction, but just feeling like you're doing all of the things possible, but you're not really moving forward on an income scale, right? I'm sure a lot of us can relate to how that feels, especially if you're trying to do yoga full time. Because unless you do something online, it is very, very difficult to make a full time income. However, that's where we come in. So I'm so glad that you're here. If that is you and you feel most resonant with what I just shared, then this is going to be extremely, extremely powerful for you. So I'm going to share the simple strategy in turning yoga into full-time income. And this is without the hustle and bustle, right? There is going to be work. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing free in this world, right? But it's not the hustle that you have already been doing, the constant 24/7 grind. And you don't need like a million followers to be able to do that. Okay. Because truly, this is the truth. I've been where you are. I'm sure a lot of us have been in that space. If you're beyond it or in that space now, you know what I'm talking about, right? At some point, I was teaching literally everywhere. I was taking every single opportunity, saying yes to quite literally everything, but I was exhausted. Like it is there, on top of like needing to be on when teaching a physical class, the conversations before the class, the conversations after class, right? Just the energetic space that you're holding for everybody in class. Oh my gosh, it's so draining, right? But once I really made these key shifts, truly my yoga business completely changed. And this is what I want to share with you today. Okay, so why are most yoga teachers in this space? Why are we struggling, right? And before we really jump into the steps of what it looks like in the proven strategy to create an online business and at least turn your yoga passion into full-time income, I want to be real as to what this looks like for most of us and why it's such a struggle to make full-time income. The first reason is that we rely on the studio. There is literally no way that we can rely on a studio for full-time income. 90% of all over the world, it's maybe anywhere between $20 to $30 a class. And that's $30 like on the high end. I talked to somebody not too long ago who told me one of her studios was charging $1 per person. Not charging, excuse me. What's the word? Not charging. Why can't I think of the word? I'm having a brain fart. Paying. There we go. Paying $1 per student. Can you imagine all of that time and energy it takes, and maybe two people show up to your class? Like you're trading so much time for money, and no matter how much you love teaching, it's so difficult to scale unless you have a really high capped pay. All right, so that's the first reason. Is most teachers are just relying on the studios for income. The second reason is that most teachers don't have like a clear offer or some way to work with them on a higher scale. So instead of being known for one transformation, they're teaching random drop-ins, subbing, doing one-off workshops, and that just doesn't cut it. Because if you could have something that is more of a signature path that is connected to you, then you're just going to be chasing money the entire time. Okay, so that is the second reason. You don't have a clear offer or a clear way for people to work with you on a higher scale. The third reason why most yoga teachers are struggling or are in this space that we've been talking about is because they think they need a huge following online, and that throttles any kind of momentum, any kind of dream that they may have to wanting to go online. And they get stuck in posting constantly or what they need to post constantly, chasing likes and view counts and numbers, instead of actually focusing on building real connections online with the right kind of people. Okay, and I want to promise you this, you do not need to burn yourself out in studios or have a massive online following to build a sustainable yoga career. Okay, what you need is strategy. It's all you need is strategy. Okay, so before I get started in the 3-step, simple, proven strategy of how you can use yoga and create an online, profitable, full-time income through yoga, make sure that you're commenting empowered in the comments below if you want to know more about how the Empowered Collective can literally walk you through and handhold you into how to not only create that signature offer, but how to also build a clear pathway for the right kind of people to start working with you. Okay, get on a call with me or Angelica. We'll literally talk to you all about it. So make sure you're commenting empowered, and I will happily share that with you. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I try to be in this group as often as possible. So please make sure you're commenting empowered, and I will send you that link, and we can get on the phone and talk all about your dreams and just like start moving, start actually taking action, right? Okay, so that would probably be the first step. Your simple, proven strategy. Yes, there are 3 main points I want to share with you, but the biggest step overall is actually taking action. How can you do anything without saying yes to yourself? Finally, we say yes to everything else. We say yes to subbing classes. We say yes to workshops. We say yes to any amount of income that we can trade our love for yoga to be able to pay something with our bills, but we won't say yes to our dreams. How does that make sense? Right? So action is the very first thing. And again, taking action is commenting empowered right now, getting on a call with me or Angelica and really talking more and getting serious about creating a full-time income with yoga. All right, rant is over. 3-step proven strategy. The very first one is you need to create a super clear signature offer. You have to have something that's higher scale that these people that are going to like, know, and trust you by learning and following you online to work with you. You have to have something that is going to want them to work with you on a higher scale. Okay, this is your foundation. Instead of trying to serve everything and everyone, you need to create that one signature offer that's going to deliver some form of transformation. You have to get clear about who you're talking about and how you can service them. Right? Again, we can help you with this in the Empowered Collective. We dive so incredibly deep in the foundation right from the jump. So comment empowered and we can get you through that. So examples of a clear signature offer can be something like an 8-week beginner yoga program. Maybe you're focusing on yoga for beginners, right? A 6-week postpartum recovery series where you teach them how to rebuild their core strength or deepen their core, right? That would be incredible, actually. Or maybe something like a 3-month mentorship for aspiring yoga teachers, right? Your signature offer needs to answer the question, who is this for? Who am I serving? What problem is this solving for them? And what is the transformation they are going to receive? You have to be clear about these things, or else you're throwing spaghetti at the wall, and honey, it ain't sticking. It's not sticking. You have to have strategy, okay? You cannot just go online and assume that the view count is going to be the answers to everything, okay? Once you have a clear offer, it is so much easier to market, to talk about what you're doing, and to attract the right kind of people. Because again, you can't be throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. You can't talk to everybody. You have to be specific, and you have to create something specifically for those people. So having a clear pathway for the right kind of person to be working with you is essential. Okay, you're not just chasing everybody. You're chasing a specific somebody, and you need to be speaking directly to them so that they realize that you have what they need. Okay, so that is the first step. Create a clear signature offer. And again, if you want to know more about this, if you want to workshop this, if you really are ready to get started and actually take action in your life, say yes to yourself instead of everybody else, comment empowered. Okay, get on the phone with me and Angelica. We are literally waiting for you. Our days fill up very quickly. So comment empowered and I'll send you the link right away. Okay, Step two is focus on relationships, not followers. Okay, not everything is in the view count. Is it important? Absolutely, but it's more important in the sense of how you, or in the sense of assessing how your business is doing online, what you need to do to shift, and what you need what you need to do to shift, what you need to do more of, and what you need to do less of, right? But it's not all about a view count, okay? This is huge. Most teachers really, for some reason, in their mind, think they need thousands of followers just to succeed. And that's just simply not true. How are all these people online that get thousands of followers? How do they do that? They get consistent. They get in front of people and they just start doing what they love. They start taking action, right? That's why I preface this with like the very first thing is saying yes to yourself and taking action. But nonetheless, you don't need 50,000 people watching you. You need a small group of the right kind of people that like you, that trust you, that start to know you. That is where you are going to build a focused relationship with a single group of people in a way that you are solving a problem for them. Okay, so instead of thinking about chasing algorithms, I want you to start building relationships. Okay, the algorithm you can use to your advantage, but I need you to start looking at this like you're building a relationship with these kinds of people, okay, or with your audience. So I want you to think about posting content that speaks to your ideal audience. What are their problems? What are their desires? Start putting yourself in their shoes, okay? Start to invite conversations in your DMs. You can do that very simply in your Instagram stories, right? Maybe just ask a question about something that you're super knowledgeable in. See who answers you or wants to dive deeper with you and start conversations with these people. That is one really great way to show how real you are and how you can actually service, the audience that you're trying to reach. Maybe nurture the students that you already have instead of just chasing new ones, right? So if you already have a little following, let's say you do post normal yoga content, maybe not as consistently, but that is probably what you have been trying to do because you've been trying to go online for so long. Start with the people that you already have in your space. Start speaking to them. Ask them what they want more of or what they need more of. Right? You're focusing on relationships, not followers. Remember, it's not about the metrics. Those have a place in the business, yes, but it's not all about that. It's about building trust with the right kind of people. Even if you have 5 to 10 loyal fans that can actually help you start to create consistent income, that is where you want to start. Okay, again, make sure you're commenting empowered if this is something that you want to focus on, if this is really just something that you're ready to do. Okay, because we are all about action here. All we want you to do is be successful. So do not comment empowered if you are not ready. But please comment empowered if you've been really trying to figure out how you need to do this. I am breaking down the 3-step strategy into creating yoga as your full-time income, but we can help you dive even further and give you that clear path to do it. So comment empowered and I'll get you on the phone with me or Angelica. All right, so last step in the proven strategy of turning yoga into a profitable full-time income is building simple systems that will create consistency for you. Okay, I mentioned consistency a couple of times. This is also very important. This final step is putting these systems in place that are then going to make your business not only consistent, but sustainable for the future. Okay, because you don't want something that's just going to work right now. You don't want something that is going to give you momentum in the moment, but is not going to give you the right skill sets or the right systems to actually be fruitful. Right? That's not what we're about in the Empowered Collective. We are quite literally not only showing you exactly what you need to do, but giving you the skill set so that you can be successful after you move on with us. Because we don't want you to be stuck in something, learning something all of the time. It's important to be a student of life, don't get me wrong. Always learning something new, but we want you to have that skill set and the right systems so that you can sustain this business that you're building. Right? So this could look something like a weekly content plan, okay? So you're not scrambling every single day. So again, if you want to know more about this, please make sure you're commenting empowered so I can get you on the phone with me or Angelica and see if this is the next best decision for you and your business. But if this is a really big eye-opening piece for you as far as where to start on a systematic level, building a content plan, we have a 30-day content planner. Okay, I will literally give that to you. Or it's not even a planner, sorry, it's a calendar. It's a 30-day content calendar. I will give that to you for free. So comment content, just comment content. Let's just do that. I think that's what I did in the other videos. So just comment content and I will send that to you directly for free. And you have full 30 days. You already don't have to start scrambling every single day to figure out what to post. I'm going to give it to you. That's the beauty of this Facebook group, right? So comment content, and I will send that your way. So this could look anywhere, again, starting with a content plan, so that you have something in place and you're not trying to figure out every single day what the heck you need to be posting, right? Another thing you could do is some type of lead magnet or a freebie that will help bring new people into your world consistently, okay? This could be an ebook. This could be a guide. This could be a diet plan. This could be simple swaps. Whatever that looks like based on your audience. You can create something very simple. Again, we walk you through this in the Empowered Collective. So if this is something that also interests you, you have a lot of ideas. Like I can't even tell you how many people I've talked about or talked to that have like just a book full of ideas. These can literally be very low ticket offers or freebies that you can start creating literally right now. So comment Empowered and we'll get you on the phone so we can take that book of dreams and actually make it a reality, okay? So creating some sort of lead magnet or freebie is what's going to help attract the right kind of people into your space, okay? You're giving them some type of little bit of value. You're almost like giving them a taste of what it is that you have to offer, the value that you have, and that's going to help them like, know, and trust you even more and continue to be a part of your life as you progress and be those raving fans as you continue in your business and scale and have a profitable full-time income. Be the start of your profitable online income, right? The third thing I would say that you could do as a simple system to create some consistency in your business and turning yoga into a full-time income would be a simple sales process, right? What does that look like? Is it maybe a free call with you one-on-one on your expertise? Maybe you're a yoga therapist. What exactly do you specialize in as a yoga therapist? Maybe this free consultation call will get them into your ecosystem and then you can share with them a freebie or whatever that looks like, right? Maybe it's a direct message flow. Maybe you set up something automated on the back end that'll help you build that relationship like we talked about in the second step, to getting these people to like, know, and trust you and eventually become clients, right? But it has to be something that feels real, it feels natural, and it feels like something you can constantly repeat without a lot of effort from you, okay? So those are my 3 simple steps or my simple strategy to turning yoga into a full-time income. It truly is very simple. Your first thing is you need a clear signature offer. You need to provide a transformation to a particular audience. What is that? What is that you can translate into income that will be significantly more fruitful for you than chasing time for money? Okay? What is a clear signature offer that you can provide, that you can create, that will bring value? Number 2, you need to start focusing on relationships and not on followers. Metrics have a time and place in business. When you are starting from the ground up or you are really trying to turn your passion into full-time income, the metrics is not what you need to be hyper-focused on. You need to be focused on building relationships. Okay? Third thing, having simple systems in place. Okay, again, I have a free 30-day content calendar, and it will help with any kind of online business that you're looking to do, specifically with yoga. But you can really translate everything that I have on this content calendar for whatever it is you're trying to progress online. Okay, so comment content and I will send that your way. And if you want to know even more about how you can really launch your online yoga business, comment Empowered, get on the phone with Angelica and I. I'm telling you, like, we are no bullshit around here. Oh, I hope Facebook doesn't block me for saying the SHIT word. I'm sorry, Facebook. I don't even know if they do that, but I don't know if I've ever cussed on here. Anyways, not the point. We are no BS here. We literally will talk to you and see if this is the next best decision for you. If this is something that's been on your heart and you just like really want to make full-time income without, not just without, just away from all of the grind that you have been doing, and you can actually start doing more of your passion, like, please, we want to help you. comment empowered, get on the phone with Angelica and I. So those are my 3 proven steps. Okay, offer, relationships, simple strategy, or excuse me, simple systems. Okay, so with that being said, if this is something that helped you today, I want you to, I don't know, maybe comment full time below, or comment thank you, or comment something below, even if you're watching the replay. I want to hear more about how this helped you. What out of those 3 steps spoke to you? Where are you stuck in those 3 steps? If you need help, make sure you're commenting empowered. I don't see any comments currently, and that's okay. So just make sure that you comment, even if after the replay, tag me if you want. I'm in the community as much as I possibly can. I really appreciate you guys being here today, even if you're just watching the replay. If you're seeing this at a later date, please know that I am going live every single week. This coming week, we'll have a little bit of a different schedule. I may or may not stay a little bit longer in Italy, because the joys of working online, or having an online business. I can be working from wherever, and I'm currently in Europe. I'm in Italy right now with my family. So I might stay an extra week, because there's a concert that I would really, 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 really love to go to. And of course, it's right after I'm supposed to leave. So if I do not do that and I leave on schedule, then this live will actually happen on Thursday instead of Friday. Everybody in this group will get an email. It will be posted inside the group as well. You will all be invited. But if I do end up staying, then we will just continue on our normal scheduled program for Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So again, I really appreciate you guys being here. Remember, turning yoga into full-time income is not about doing more and hustling harder and grinding deeper. It's just about building smarter. Smarter, not harder, y'all. You can absolutely make yoga your career. You can love the process along the way. Okay, you just need a good, clear pathway to do it. And I just gave you literally the proven strategy to start you off. And if you want to go deeper, make sure you're commenting empowered, so you get on the phone with Angelica and I and start saying yes to yourself. Action is the very, very, very first step that precedes everything that I talked about. You have to know that this is what you want to do, and you have to take action right in this moment when you've decided that it's right. Okay? All right. I will see you in the next live. Make sure you keep an eye out for your notifications. It will either be on a normal scheduled day for Friday, or we will move it to Thursday because of my flight, depending on what I end up doing. Who knows? Working online is the best, so I get to really create my own schedule. I love to see you in the next live. And again, thanks for being here. Thanks, y'all. I will talk to you soon. Bye.